Hello, everybody. This is Myles Sergé.
And this is D-KNOX, a.k.a. Donnell Knox.
And you are currently in tune, not in tune, but you're watching us, MS Live, with me and D-KNOX. What's up, D? What's going on?
Got some things popping, man. Some things coming up. I'm about to do horror again pretty soon, but that's not till September. So it was good to definitely go back on their platform. I don't know what kind of set I'm gonna do next time. I was actually thinking just old school playing records.
Okay.
But I did ask them if I could do time code vinyl.
Okay.
Just not to have to lug all the records around.
And they said no.
Oh, they use, it's funny with them. Like you write them and then you gotta wait something like 6 or 7 days and they write you back.
Okay.
Still waiting, but I don't see why they should say no.
Yeah, I don't think they would. You've been in on like 20 times already. So
only thing I'm gonna get is just some haters in there writing, oh, why is he playing with, using the time code vinyl? Every set I do, somebody's got something to say.
Yeah.
Up in there. I don't say nothing. I just ignore them now.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
I mean, you're there, so obviously there's people want you there, so they keep asking you back.
Yep.
Yeah. So yeah, welcome to MS Live, people. Let's get the good stuff out the way. If you like the program, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. As Donnell points down, do that. We can appreciate that. Every little help you guys can help us promote and sign up helps us out in the long run. Also, if you're not following us on Instagram, please do. MS Live on Instagram. Instagram. MS Live with D-KNOX. That's us. I'm doing a bad job today, but it's what it is. It's all good. If you hate seeing our faces and you don't want to see any of us and you just want to hear us, you can. We are also available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and I said that right this time, and Amazon Music. Check us out there. Sign up, subscribe there too. We will definitely appreciate that. And if you have any questions, concerns, comments, or just want to send hate mail, you can do that too. Email us at mslive@gmail.com. We look forward to hearing from people. Nobody has wrote us back yet, so that's great. So I guess we're doing things all right.
Yeah, no hate mail.
No hate mail. We'll block you, but no, I'm just kidding. No hate mail. Well, today, D, we have a very interesting show. It's a little different than our norm. I wanted to do something on a different wave instead of like artists and stuff. Well, I think they are artists, but it's something different. Like I think a lot of people don't understand how difficult and what it takes to actually put on shows, especially underground shows. Yeah. I have been fortunate enough to work with one of these people, and I'm going to work with another one soon in October. And I just thought, hey, this is something unique, so maybe we can come with this angle. So, and we can learn some stuff too. And they're actually from the younger generation, because we're old as hell, but so I thought it would be a great thing. So today, people, I would like to introduce you and bring to the stage the good folks from Destroy Planet Earth in LA and 612 Underground out of Minneapolis. So we're going to bring forth these people and I'll let them introduce themselves when they get on. So let's give these people a round of applause, please, and bring them to the stage. One more time.
Everybody.
Hello, people. Thank you for.
Can we get like a Brady Bunch thing going? Like, who do I gotta look at each other?
We're missing a few squares though.
Yeah, we gotta get a few more.
We can,
but please go first, Carlos.
Okay, thank you, Anthony. That's very kind. Hey, everyone. Thank you, Myles, for having us on. I'm Carlos, Program 612. That's my DJ moniker. I co-found and run 612 Underground out of Minneapolis. Specialize in like a lot of like renegade outdoor overnight parties. You know, it's pretty sweet. You know, like yeah. That's probably all I want to say for right now. Anthony.
Thank you, Carlos. So I'm Anthony, aka Petrichor. I am one of the lead architects of the Southern California underground crew called Destroy Planet Earth. We range from LA parties to renegade desert parties and anything in between. Just, got to keep it raw, keep it top-notch sound as far as, how you're DJing, and how that goes.
For sure.
Word up.
And the key word there was raw. These two people and these two crews do raw, almost like guerrilla warfare type things that they're doing out there. And it was actually dope. So as you may or may not know, we kind of, what I have been doing is making titles for each episode. So I was trying to come up with something kind of clever and unique, but it might not be clever and unique, but I'm going to do it anyway. Yeah. And it might be a little corny, but hey, what it is. So today's show, episode 14, Purple Sun.
Purple Sun.
Purple would be Prince maybe, and come up with the LA thing. So I know it's sunny. So Purple Sun.
Word, I dig it.
Yeah, so that's the title, episode 14, Purple Sun.
So. And it's funny. It's funny because purple and sun. The sun is yellow. The Lakers are purple and yellow. Lakers came from Minneapolis.
Oh, wow.
Oh shit!
And the Vikings are also purple and yellow, I think. So that's.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, hell yeah.
Fed? See, I'll be thinking I'll be on another wavelength. So
fuck yeah, that's a good one.
That's dope. That's dope. So, if I can, I want to start with Los. If I can call you Los, is it easy for me to call Los?
That's awesome. I mean, that's totally fine. My friends call me Los. Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. So, I didn't actually meet Carlos. So, back last year before Movement, I played a pre-party at Movement, and it was
that was Metaphysica, no?
Yeah, the Metaphysica thing with there. And
I was there. I saw you play.
Yeah, so that's what it was. It was Dustin. Dustin threw a party. It was Dustin.
Oh, good old Dustin.
Yeah, Dustin, Cal Geiger, Corbin Davis, and Triffic, and somebody else. But it was people there.
Canding Ray.
You're right. So it's really like the first time I really played Detroit at a proper party. And I was there and I played. And like maybe 2 weeks later, Steve from Trivia hit me up. He was like, "Hey, these guys here want to book you." And I'm like, "Okay." Why they want to book me? He's like, "Well, they were in Detroit and they seen you at the party and they were interested in you. And they asked me about you." But he's like, "Well, I don't know, because I really don't like getting in the middle of things like that. But what would you say?" And I was like, "Damn, somebody wanted to book me in Minneapolis? Hell yeah, let's just do it." You know what I mean? So he hooked up the contact, and me and Carlos started talking, and everything got worked out and stuff. And he was like, "Yeah, so the party is going to be like outdoors, underneath a bridge, overpass."
Hell yeah!
So I was trying to figure this shit out, like. So, but then I started to do my little research, and I just started to seeing like all these parties they were doing. It was like in underground guerrilla locations, and I'm like, man, I haven't seen that done since like we tried to go parties like 20 years ago, like in the forest with a generator or something. You know what I mean? But just to think somebody was doing this on that level, and in Minneapolis, like this is crazy. So I got out there, we linked up, they treated me like family. It was the best thing. his girlfriend is cool as hell, and her friend. It was cool. But then when I got to the venue, man, I was like amazed. I'm like, there's nobody gonna be here. It's like mad people here, and like underneath this bridge, this like it was just dope. It was like I got pictures up somewhere, but it was like one of the dopest experiences I've ever had in my life. And I've been doing this. I'm old, people. I'm old, but just to see this and see this on this level, and I ended up talking to towards the end of the night. Me and Steve was talking. He was like, "Yeah, it's great to see this energy from young people." And they've been doing this, fairly, not too long, but they have the right energy. They're doing things right. And he praised you guys, and I do the same. And it's the best time I had so in a long time. And it was like authentic, it was correct, and everything was how it should be. And it was fun. I don't have fun. I had mad fun doing this. And the experience was dope. So, with that being said, can you please tell us how did this all come about with you, your movement, and what's kind of going on in the city right now in Minneapolis?
Okay. That's thank you so much, Myles, for those kind words. It was a pleasure having you out. I saw you play in Detroit, and I asked Steve, I'm like, hey, who's this guy? I got to have him out. And yeah, okay. So the way I got started, I just started going out to parties like 2021. Yeah, 2021, or when was this? 2021. And what's called I just really got entranced with the whole culture, like the whole underground house techno. It really, I haven't connected with something on like a deeper level as I had at that point. So it was really like something that offered like spiritual and moral support, you know what I mean? And so I really got, and just I fell in love with it and whatnot. And what's called there had been like I go on a lot of walks, and I just like to hang out around the city. It's it's my city. I like to check out different weird little spots. Could maybe go hit up a spot, graffiti or something.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just like, it would be cool if we could bring a sound system to some of these places and just see what we can make. Like if you build it, hopefully people will come, right? And yeah, I threw my first party under this like train bridge over by the Mississippi in Minneapolis. Like 50 people came, and it was really like nice turnout. I was like, okay, this is like people are receptive to it, and from there, it took off. Just party after party, just building on top of the last one. It's quite a ride, like it's finding these like empty spaces, right, and then making an experience out of them. For people, it's alchemical, really. It's just like you're creating something from nothing. It's beautiful. And what was the other part of your question as well?
I think I said something about like how did it all come about? Like, did you see like it was a necessity or a need to do this because nobody else was doing this?
Absolutely. Yes, that too. So like nobody else was doing it. I'm like, I just saved up some money and then just rented out sound system and then generator, got all the little parts together, had some friends play. I
think we lost him.
Just the sound, yeah.
Oh, there. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry to get that. Yeah, no. What part did you cut me off at? Could I cut off at?
You rented the equipment, generators, and stuff to start.
You know what I mean? I just like saved up. It was a necessity. I saw that no one else was doing it. I wanted to do it. Just got started. Getting started is the most important part. It doesn't have to be perfect. Just
right.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's cool.
And right now, just I'm throwing parties here and there still. There I have seen an influence like on the stuff that we're doing. Other people are also, just doing their own thing, and it's really awesome to see as well, like how different people influence each other. It's beautiful. Yeah,
right, for sure.
And do you work alone, or you work with partners?
I have my wife, my girlfriend, and we pretty much run it together with our friends. Just whoever's available, I just hit up friends, and it's all just like pretty close knit. We're just trying to build something like an experience for people under an interstate. It's
Got you.
Yeah, it's pretty dope.
Nice.
And then on the flip side of this, so I've been kind of following Anthony and the crew, and it really got me because I was just like, you'd be scrolling on Instagram and stuff, and this logo just popped up one day with the smiley face and giving you this middle finger. I was like, yo, what is this? It's like, yo, boy, planet Earth. And I seen it, and I didn't pay attention, but then a few things I think I might have been in a mix or something, or somebody did something, and I did get an order from somebody ordered t-shirts. I don't think it was you. I think it was your partner.
Oh yeah, that was you're talking about Derek Martinez,
Yeah.
DMAR.
Yeah. So I got an order for us a couple of shirts. So I'm like, I just kind of do shit. I didn't think people was going to order, but he was like one of the first people to order a shirt, and I think he got a record or something. And I was like, okay, cool. And then I kind of did 2 and 2 and did the math. I'm like, wait a minute, this is the people from Destroy Planet Earth. So I was like, oh shit. I just been following them. I've been checking them out. So I started talking with Derek, and we just kind of been chatting back and forth and this and that. And I see pictures of them DJing and doing events and stuff. And he's like, yo, I support it. I got the shirt. So I see the shirt and the stuff, but I just started to see the things they were doing, man. I'm like, wow, wait a minute. This is kind of similar to what Carlos is kind of doing the same thing. You know what I mean? So we talking, and the next thing, we got, we were talking, and he was like, yo, we want to bring you out to LA, which I've never been to LA ever in my life. Kind of the same thing with Minneapolis. So then I just kind of see the thing and just the quality and the following they got and what they're actually doing. And it just kind of hooked up. So I will be playing for these guys in October. And I'm looking very forward for that and get away from coldness here just to see some cool shit. But they're doing the same thing. And this is what I'm saying, so I'll go to Anthony. So how did you guys, I'm maybe kind of seeing some similarities that I think that how you guys probably are on the same wavelength and how you got started. But if you could tell us, it might be different, but tell us your story and how you got started, man.
Yeah.
I mean, no, to be completely honest, Carlos, we draw a lot of parallels with what we were doing. Just wanting to start to do it, wanting to play the music that we enjoyed and want to hear. And, just wanting to do it with my friends, going to raves before even DJing, I would go with my friends, and it's fun, go and have fun. Also DJing, the point of doing it all is doing it together. So, damn, I don't know. I lost my train of thought.
It's easy.
So we're just trying to push, like you said, like I was saying earlier, like a raw, deeper sound, a more authentic community vibe where, you walk into the place and you don't know somebody. You only know 1 or 2 people, and then you leave knowing half the party. You just made a whole new group of friends, kind of thing. That's pretty much the goal. And again, with the thing that Carlos was saying with Renegades, but Minneapolis has forests. I live in the desert in Victorville, so there's so many places we can go where, again, Carlos was saying, you would go and you just find a nice, decent, quiet spot in the middle of the desert, and we would have to come back with pallets and rope and a pickup truck, and we'd have to just drive in circles and and drag the land until it's flat, and we could fucking set up speakers and parking and have a place to party. Which again, it's Destroy Planet Earth. We're literally picking out bushes in the desert and doing all this fucked up shit just so we could party, and nobody really talks about that kind of thing, which
Right.
it's all part of the cause, all the work that has to get put into these renegades.
Right. I see Carlos over here smiling like, yeah, I can relate to that.
Yeah. You know exactly what I'm talking about. The blood, sweat, and years put into this shit.
Mm-hmm. I mean, like it's unconventional like terrain. A lot of times it's you have to resort to like DIY stuff just to get it done. You know what I mean? Yeah.
There's been times where I'd have to call my friends and like, hey, like we're bringing shovels, a couple pickaxes. We got to get these hills out of the way, and just so the cars can get over the trails that much easier in the desert.
Awesome.
Like some real shit just to have fun.
Right.
Yep. And very similar to what we do. Back in the days, we did anything to get keyboards, going to the pawn shop, as you said, saving up money to get your own records out. And all this was just supposed to be in the name of fun. Going to parties back then, going to record stores, just in the name of fun, because you would spend a lot of money. But funny, it always comes back because, as later on, the people are buying your records or your merchandise, do you realize, oh, actually, I got back what I put into it. You just didn't realize it because you were just, always having fun with it and like it's supposed to be. And that's what makes it work. So as I'm hearing you gentlemen speak, that's what gets in my mind that, okay, wow, it was just like that for Myles and I back in the day.
Yeah, for sure.
Let's meet up. Myles and I would meet up on Saturday, just get together and make tracks. And that was fun. We didn't know if we were going to release it. It was just the point of doing it. Actually doing something and going to events. So much respect to you guys.
Yeah, for sure.
Definitely.
Thank you.
Like the stuff I've seen, man, I've thrown parties and stuff, but there's no way in hell I can do what you guys are doing. Like, first of all, like, is there any fear of like getting arrested? Or I don't know how it works, but I mean, I would be scared as hell. Like, yo, I'm gonna do this, and hey, I might not come home tonight because I'm locked up because I did some stuff. Not saying that it's illegal, but it could be. I don't know, but it's like a huge, like, you're taking risks to bring people entertainment. You know what I mean? But I think that's the whole thrill of it all. Like, like hell, like, hey, I almost died for this party, but it was the best party ever. Or I almost went to jail.
Yeah.
But I guess you got to do what you got to do. But has there been any situations where you guys got in trouble or anything like that?
Anthony, do you want to go first on this?
Sure. So
let me preface. Don't incriminate yourself.
I think I passed the statute of limitations with a lot of these. So with the Renegade Desert parties, yes, there's an inherent danger of not even necessarily the police. You're more. It's more like the rogue rangers that are rolling around, just bored at night, and they just so happen to come across a desert party. Like we both happen to be at the right place at the wrong time. And oh, hey, like, what are you guys doing here? You're not supposed to be here. Like, get out of here. Who's in charge of this? Me, Anthony. Oh, okay. So that does answer your question. Where there's always sort of been this level of fear, but that's just the nature of what we do. It's a high risk, high reward thing, especially if it's a renegade. But we have been focusing, we as in Destroy Planet Earth have been focusing more on trying to do things a little more professionally, as far as like, renting more legitimate spaces, whether it's, an indoor location in Los Angeles or someone's private property in the desert that we could actually like go to, and there's no worry of anything because, someone owns the property.
Gotcha.
I do have a quick question for you guys. So, like, just in terms of cost, what kind of expenditures are we looking at when you're, putting on a massive thing compared to like a smaller event? Just, roundabout figure.
I mean, I think that like also depends on like we're throwing like a kind of like smaller-ish parties, but like with some of like these like renegade parties, you can go pretty big under production. You can just make it as much as you want it to be, as long as you have the power, right? You also have to rent out the generators or have a force of power. But it can range anywhere from like, at least for like on my end, I'll just for transparency's sake, anywhere from like 1,000 will do just fine. Like we can get like just sound and a few lights. It'll be just some basic, but it can range up to 3,000. It all depends on like the level of production you want to put into it, and what kind of headliners you have and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
I got you. Okay.
Yeah, I would say it generally, the party started about $1,000 just for sound, because the standard that we're trying to set, like the one thing that I'm trying to do is like create consistency with the parties that we throw. So the sound system has to fit that and have that like that presence I use the word awesome in the sense that it inspires awe. You know what I mean? It's just like, wow, the ooh and ah factor.
Right. Have you guys ever considered eventually owning your own sound equipment, or?
Honestly, yes. That's one of many ventures that I want to go down, but it's just where we're at now. It's a communal thing where I have to reach out to other people, sound guys, lighting, visuals, like to make this soup that is a party.
Okay.
Beautifully said there. What's called what was that thing you said, Donald, before?
About
owning the sound system. I think that's like every promoter's goal, one of every promoter's goals. Yeah, definitely. That's the goal, saving up for a sound system, that's worthy of, punching out the bass and the kicks.
Yeah, because then you always
100%.
know if you have your own sound system and your engineers, on site, then it's going to be consistent, definitely each time. You know, but I guess also if you're running from the same company, which also has the same consistency, it could be pretty much the same thing. The only difference is if they just decide to not do it that one time you need them to do it, that's when it can be like, oh man, at the point where, okay, I'd rather just have my own stuff and my own people running it. But yeah. Well, I was just wondering, because I really, every time I put on an event, it's already been in a club where they had everything, and all I had to do was just get them to book the people.
Yeah.
So, but you guys are doing this on a whole nother level.
For sure.
Yeah, that's the cost of doing it yourself. DIY is Carlos and I have this standard that we set for ourselves that if you don't reach it, like it doesn't feel like a failure. It's just like, you could have done better. So why just not do it right the first time?
Exactly. Well said. Mm.
That's true. That's true. So speaking of failures.
Wait. I didn't elaborate on you had asked before about like having been busted or like having to deal with like in law enforcement in these situations. Is it okay if I add a little bit on?
Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, that's always like one of like the things that we're like having to think about. The level of exposure that we are at with like some of these locations. That's always something we think about when we go scope out these locations and whatnot. I've only in my case, I've only had to deal with law enforcement like once, and I'm sure they have different like rules and regulations in different states and whatnot, but like the police just kind of like, in our case, they showed up, they kind of like, I went over to talk to them. They were like, oh, you guys can't be here. This is like we were at that point, we were like in a construction zone underneath the interstate. So he was like, oh, you guys are trespassing on the construction zone. You guys are gonna have to go. And we're like, okay, we're just gonna have to pack it up. It's gonna be like an hour. And he was like, oh, okay. And they sat there for like 15 minutes and then they left. At that point, like I was talking to my team. We're like, okay, should we continue? Should we leave? It was like 2 hours left. We just stuck it through. We just stayed. They didn't come back. So in our case, it didn't turn out too bad. But I can imagine, like with consistency, if you're getting caught often, that would turn into a problem. But in that case, just make sure you're doing things professionally and you know what you're doing and not getting yourself caught up.
Right.
Yeah. What I've noticed with doing these renegades, it's not necessarily the the law enforcement. It's more you having to protect the patrons that show up at your events. Like your responsibility is protecting them from themselves in a lot of ways. So
okay, yeah, I was just gonna ask something about that too.
yeah, I'm not going to sit here and like elaborate, but we all know like what really happens at these things. So like, let's not play around with it. But it's like, to me as a promoter, like safety is the number one priority from, the top down. Like is everybody safe? Is everybody okay? Like,
absolutely.
Yeah, because I was gonna say, what kind of insurance does it take in case somebody does decide
insurance?
Excuse me,
in case somebody decides to do something foolish. I mean, insurance for yourself. How do you?
The insurance is being on top of it, but you talk about like I'm incriminating myself. So it's you just get the life insurance policies to have these gatherings. Honestly, like there's legal red tape that you can go through to have these things not only safely but legally too, and like that's where I'm trying to like get to the next level. Is yes, we can have these renegade parties, but there also has to be like a layer of safety, like EMS workers on site, like we have water on site for people that don't have it, like little things like that we make sure like everyone is okay.
Absolutely. Water, harm reduction, people who are trained in like utilizing the harm reduction, like EMS, obviously, like me and everyone on my crew, we're all like Narcan trained. We just know the basics and whatnot. So we respond if anything, but we also have other people who are there designated for that.
Yeah. And I'm guessing you have enough homies like to use for our security in case there are some haters, that
of course
would love to do something just because they're not doing it and you're doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I will say,
sorry, please.
Oh no, my fault. Like I will say, like when I was there, like everybody was top notch and there was no problems, and just the crowd, everybody was there for the music, and I think that's a big part of things, because you get some parties where people aren't there for the right reasons; they're just there just to be there. But like in both of what I've seen from both of these guys, like either being there in person or just what I'm noticing, I think they have the right people in the right crowd that's there for the right reasons. You know what I mean? And I think they actually appreciate that these guys are actually doing these types of events because nobody else is really doing it. Like, I don't know much about LA. I know there are some crews that do parties there, but from what I'm thinking, they're not really, I won't say they're not underground, but they're not like renegade. They're kind of like set up in like clubs and things, if I'm not mistaken. But I think for what they do, they do good jobs with it, for the parties they put on. So,
I mean, yes and no. Like there are established clubs in Los Angeles, but there's also an influx of just underground venues that if you know the right people, you can get into these warehouses and just have parties. Like that's where we are with you in October, Myles, is like we just so happen to meet the right people to get into these doors to host a solid event for you to show you a good time in Los Angeles, just like Carlos did in Minneapolis.
Right.
Gotta take care of the homies, bring you out, gotta take care of you.
Right, that's true. Thank you, appreciate it. Yeah, do have a question for me from Mr. SJ. We gotta get your name right because I know I slander your name all the time.
Yeah.
This is going. If not, explain why did you choose the name Destroy Planet Earth?
Oh no, I didn't explain that. It was honestly I think it was a song or an EP. My friend Monty Hoverhands.
Name, boy.
This is I know, right? This was maybe like 2016, maybe. He gave me a shitty sticker with a QR code on it, and it had like an alien and just had this thing that said "Destroy Planet Earth" on it. I was like, oh yeah, that's pretty cool. I like that. And we were just like going through ideas for crew names, and it's funny because we used to go by Peace and Elephants. Don't ask me why.
Okay.
I honestly can't even remember why. It's just some weird shit the homies came up with. But no, so he just came up with the term "destroy planet Earth." And I came up to him one day. I was like, "Hey, like peace and elephants. Like we gotta move on from that."
Right.
And he's like, "Yeah, no." It was like, I was like, and I asked him, I was like, "What do you think next?" And he's like, "Destroy planet Earth." And then he sent me the smiley face logo. It's called the "fuck you" smiley. And that was it. This was 2017 where Destroy Planet Earth started doing things, and we've been throwing parties before then since about 2015, but actually as an actual established crew, Destroy Planet Earth has been around since about 2017. The meaning behind it, there is no one true meaning. It's because my meaning of it is different from Derek's, is probably different from Myles, same thing with Carlos and D-KNOX, and everybody else in Destroy Planet Earth, we all, but under the same umbrella, we have an understanding of the level of talent and the sound, and by sound I mean not only the sound coming out of the speakers, but the sound that the DJs are pushing themselves. Like, we're not exactly just a techno crew, strictly techno. Like, we're mostly techno, but we got other homies that play bass music. We got rappers, we got photographers, graphic artists, painters. Like, we're a multimedia organization.
Mhm.
But I'm the one spearheading the whole thing, trying to bring it all together to have, we'll have a dope sound system with someone in the background doing live painting, and then, the homie will start rapping, like, just to have fun. And like, it's a whole thing where it becomes more of like a circus instead of like a strict, rigid, like club or something like that.
Right.
All right. That's what's up, man.
It's awesome.
Yeah. I hope he answers your question. That was a good question. I actually didn't think about that, but yeah.
Oh, but no, ultimately, yes. The answer, what it means, is different from everyone else. To me, Destroy Planet Earth is, we go out to these desert parties, and we drive out in the desert, ruining the trails where the plants should be growing, and we go out to the desert and bring these loud speakers that scare away the wildlife, and we're dancing and stomping around and leaving trash that we obviously pick up, but people go around and shit and piss everywhere, like that kind of thing. Like, I have an existential crisis when I think about it when I'm out there, but everyone's like, just shut up and party, like, just have fun. But I'm like, but we're not supposed to be here. We're scaring away the wildlife and the plants, man. Come on. Like,
Right.
it's me being sarcastic about it. Like, it's tongue in cheek. Haha. Like, I'm like, it's a bold statement, but it's also not to be taken as seriously as it should be,
Right.
which a lot of people do.
Right. That's true. So can you guys tell me, like, what goes into, like, how you determine who you're booking for artists, and like what are you trying to do per party? Because I know it kind of varies depending on the mood. And as Carlos, you guys got this program thing. I honestly, when I seen that, I haven't seen that since I was like playing in Europe. So I was like, oh hell, that's pretty dope. So I'll start with you. Can you tell me what goes into like your next party? Like, how do you start planning, like, the vibe you want to do, and like, what do you think, and how do you go about deciding, like, hey, let's book this guy or whoever you're going to book for talent?
Gotcha. Okay. So like, for like, in my case, I have like several like different series in which like each of them kind of like showcase like a style, right? Like, programs are more techno, more like techno experimental focused kind of party series. And I also have Club Nowhere, which is like more like funk, more house, more disco, like more soulful stuff. And then I also have what's called I just started this new series recently with my friend Char out of Chicago, played it recently. Planet Rock, which is more like bass, electro, a little house, and it's kind of a little bit of everything, honestly, for that one. But I guess like for each party, I decide which way I'm gonna go, and then like like you have to look at it like you have your whole like night, right? You have to think about who's gonna start it, who's gonna like what the middle's gonna look like, and then who's gonna end it. So I just kind of like go off the vibe, like what we're gonna do for the night, and then I just as a promoter, you just kind of like already know what kind of DJs like have that sound or can pull off a certain vibe, and you just kind of go off that. Really, it's kind of like okay, this person plays well, they're gonna fit that slot.
All right. Anthony, same question.
Yeah, I pretty much agree with what Carlos is saying. Is you look at the party beginning, middle, and end, and you're like, okay, how does this? How do I want the night to flow? And what DJs do I know of that can play naturally like that? Like meaning I don't have to coach them how to play. Just hit them up. Hey, like come play at this time from you know 10 to 11:30, and they're like, okay, no, I know exactly what to do. Like, don't even have to say anything. They just know already because they know, again, the standard that Destroy Planet set. So it's just kind of like balance of them understanding us and also us understanding what they do naturally, because I don't want to sit here and make people do something they don't do. I don't want to make a drum and bass DJ play techno, but it's again what Carlos was saying was where we also have different party series where it's what is it, the Prophecy, we have Out There, we have Skull Bash, and they're all different not genres, we have different vibes. Where the Prophecy, it's more well rounded, where we'll have proper techno, tech house, drum and bass, like rhythm, dubstep, like that kind of stuff. Where Out There is like our straight legit proper techno thing, and Skull Bash is a little more. Skull Bash is our Halloween party, get it? And it's again, it's one of those. It's a Halloween party. That's where you get like the most weird, I would say. So it's very interesting how Carlos is pretty much repeating things that I would have already said. So yeah, it's pretty good one.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I think you guys are like on the same wavelength. But
yeah.
Earlier, like when I was thinking about this, like before you joined in, that I noticed something that was happening. Everybody that's involved in both of these crews are all like minorities, and that's something you don't see much. You know what I mean? And I was like thinking, like, hey, they should link some type of way. I wanted them to meet because they're similar ages, doing the same similar things, but they're in two different places.
Yeah,
but they're all on the same, as you would put it, the same wavelength. Yeah, and that spiritual thing as you do. That just like, yo, I gotta make this happen. Like if nothing happens, at least they could know that, hey, we're not alone. And we're both doing this, you know what I mean? And I think that was really cool. That then I see now, it's like, yo, I got to connect these guys. So I didn't know how it was going to go, but I was like, yo, if any case, this is it. This is the common thread, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you don't.
No, hell yeah.
But yeah.
I agree. Hell yeah.
Yeah. Do you guys DJ yourself? You both DJs as well? Or?
Yeah. I DJ sometimes, I like to say.
but for sure on your own events, yeah, you're playing.
Yeah. Most of the time, yeah. But I'm kind of getting to the point where it's like selfish to be on the lineup sometimes. You know what I mean? Like it got to give other people the space to express themselves.
Mm-hmm. I get you.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Yep. Yeah. Not the shameless promotion, just.
Yeah, no, of course. There's always that insecurity, but it's like, I want to DJ alongside Myles Sergé. Come on, like that sounds fun. Like,
yeah,
well, that's cool. Does he have another?
Yeah, he does.
Okay,
that's my question. Myles, my DJ name, I spelled it out as S-A-K instead of just S-J-K. Okay, got you. Thank you, because I've been slandering this guy's name. I'm so sorry. Thank you for clarifying. He's like always, every show he's there, so that's dope.
That's dope. Really, thanks for the support, man.
Yeah, we're
glad you're showing up every week.
Yeah, for sure. So
we definitely need it.
Yeah, yo. So, what's your dream lineup?
Oh yeah, that's a
fuck.
Like If it was like unlimited, and I said, "Hey, what person do you really want to?"
Myles, you might put him on the spot.
No, I'm already. I can already. So it's basically it's what I imagine. I want to have a 2-day festival, a 2-day outdoor festival, and it would be every single one of my favorite producers. You know, it would be you, Plural, Bring Up Planetary Assault System, Nina V, fucking Brad Moontribe, just like everybody, but like everybody, and it just be this fat techno fucking thing. Like, oh, like damn, like I can't even think about that one. Damn, that's a good one. That is a good fucking question. Like the dream lineup, like you,
Yeah.
Plastic Man. I'd have to have Plastic Man there for sure. Like,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Richie Rich. Gotta have him
but
on the show.
as Plastic Man though, not Richie Houghton. Plastic Man.
No, I just call him Richie Rich.
No, yeah, for sure. Yeah, that's the homie. That's OG homie. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, Lowe's.
I mean, honestly, kind of like, that's definitely like a loaded, it's a lot, but pretty much like the same thing. Probably like just all my favorite like producers within like, just techno house, a lot of Detroit heads. I really dig the DJs out there, and just I don't know, like definitely Wada Igarashi, Oscar Malero,
Oscar.
Plastic Man, GGFM, Polygonia. I could go on and on, but yeah, that's a good question.
Yeah. So since you being in Minneapolis, man, that's like when we were coming up. That's like was a treasure trove of mad artists like Woody, Zach, for now, and Steve Centrific, and mad people, man. So have you had any experience? But I think you've worked with Steve before, but have you had any experiences with any of the legends out there in Minneapolis?
Experiences like, no, I mean, not really. I've only like seen some of those people play. I've never really like met them personally.
Mm-hmm.
The only one that I'm pretty well connected with is Steve. And Steve has been like a really good role model and mentor like throughout this whole thing. He's been doing this for a long time, so I've come to him for like questions or different, all sorts of different things, bookings. In your case,
mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's dope.
Yeah, that's good. And Anth, did you guys like? What do with most of the LA artists? Are you connected with any of those guys? I do know. Santiago, I think he said he's either played for you guys or he's been to one of your parties before. I do know that. Santiago Salazar.
Yeah, Santiago Salazar. Derek Martinez and Xiomara Rodriguez are the ones that know him better. I just know him from the techno ether of finding his tracks, listening to his mixes, like that kind of thing. I didn't. Well, sorry, let me backstep. I actually met him at Dub Lab in like 2016, and the homegirl Zio was playing for his Santuaro podcast, his radio show that was on Dub Lab, and I met him. I was like, oh no, yeah, that's cool. And then I actually looked up who he is. I was like, oh shit, like this is like an OG, like underground resistance. Like this dude put in work. Like, oh fuck, like I was in front of royalty. Like, my bad. Like,
yeah.
But I forgot the point of the question. Sorry.
Have you the artists out in LA?
Sorry. Not like the major heads, like Truncate Drum Cell, like those kinds of cats. But it's again another name drop. Brad Moontribe is one of the bigger desert underground and by extension Los Angeles people. So not necessarily bigger international names, but big in the Southern California rave scene and certain like pockets of the country.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
It's just it's not like saying they don't fit our vibe or anything. It's just these DJs play on a certain level that you have to be able to cater for them, and by cater, just be able to like take care of them in the sense that they need to perform to the level that you want them to. Just naturally, not like guiding them in any way or coaching them. Just give them the space to do what they do.
Right.
Yeah. Who's the? I kind of want to circle back to when Myles was asking you about your dream lineup. But I would ask you as far as women, what female DJs would you, if you had to do a party with only female DJs, who you picking?
Honestly, it would be a lot of the local women that I know. You know, there's the homegirl Gigi, there's Zio, there's Tris Tiffany out in Las Vegas. Like she gets down. This chick Paige that I just discovered a couple of weeks ago, not in weeks, like a couple months ago. Like she's been coming up big in LA. Like again, I'm focused more on the local thing. Like the bigger names are always good, but I want that like it's I'm on some like communal type shit where it's like
I got you.
the locals I want to bring out more than the bigger names, which again is also fine. But as far as women, yeah, you know, there's the the homegirl Red 5 again out in Las Vegas. Like there's all kinds of women that I would want. It's just being able to get them all together from different parts of you know, we're based in Southern California. Like a bunch of these people are in Las Vegas, Northern California, Colorado, like other parts of the world where it would take a lot to bring them together, but be beautiful to happen.
I would like to know because, like you said, you're saying more local, but see, for example, I wouldn't have known. You know, a lot of these names you're throwing out, I wouldn't know, but it'd be lovely to know. You know, like to find them somewhere on YouTube or SoundCloud, follow their mixes, and just to see what they're doing.
They definitely put in work, and it's I understand how it can be a lot harder for them because this is a male dominated field, but you know they all deserve their flowers. They all deserve the respect they get and more, and you know, got to give it to them.
True.
And you too, my brother, the same. You know, if you had to all girls squad, who you picking?
Oh, I'm sorry, I wasn't here for the question. All girls squad.
Yeah, I basically circle back to the question Myles asked about your dream lineup, but just saying now it has to be women. So
okay.
In that case, who you picking?
I mean, DJ Minx. I already said Polygonia, GGFM. What is that? Stacy, Hale Wax, Hot Wax Haley. What's called? Who else? A couple like locals as well. Like Amy Pickett, probably. Excuse me.
That is good.
Yeah, and then like also, just I think that would be like the main bit right there. Yeah.
Gotcha.
That's cool. I'm gonna go back to something that actually hit on a second ago when he's answering your question, D. So a few weeks ago we had Dan Curtin on, and one of the last questions that we've asked him, like, what did you see that changed over the years in the scene as far as local scenes, wherever. And the biggest thing he said that he's seen that changed, that sucked, was that there is no more of a local scene. Nobody's making a local scene. Nobody's curating a scene. Nobody's supporting a local scene. And it's funny that you touched upon that in your answer to Donald's question when you're talking about the female lineup. But I'll take that broader and just say, like, you hit on locals. You really focuses on locals. Why do you see what's what I'm trying to say? Did you focus on that? It kind of struck me that, you know, do you see this as a problem that everybody's so focused on other people from other places, they're not really taking heed to the people that are in their own backyard? You know what I mean? Like, why do you think that's a ongoing thing? Because I see that a lot, and I never really stopped to think about that until Dan actually said that, and now you said it. So
I would say that these parties have become more accessible. So the underground is kind of not faded away, but you have to dig deeper to find more true underground parties where you can feel the love put into everything from, you know, the speakers to the sound to the actual DJs that are playing. Like there, you can tell when something's a little more formulaic and cash grabby versus you know, it's just a bunch of friends getting together to have a good time and they want to play on a fat sound system. And a lot of people don't have that anymore. Like we were saying earlier, that rawness, that the DIY aspect of what this really all came from, like the roots of what this all was, is, you know, breaking into fucking warehouses and stealing electricity from the street lights to power sound systems, kind of shit, using car batteries to power sound systems. Like people don't do that anymore because, like I said, these things are more easily accessible. So people leave a bar at 1:30 and they go to an after hours, where people like you and I, like, that's not an after hours. Like an after hours is 8 in the morning, 11 in the morning. That's an after hours. Like this is just a regular party night for us. So it, like I said, it's more accessible, and people are misusing the definitions of the things that we've established, which is a natural evolution of things. But we're at this place where we have to not fight for the traditions, but we have to educate and remind the people of the roots of what all this shit is about. Like I'm in the middle of watching a new generation come in, and they call everything a rave. Like, you know, you'll have a party, a rave at a bar that ends at 2 in the morning, and they call it a rave. When, you know, I'm saying this to you guys, and you're like, what? Like, that's not a rave. That's a club at best. So it's like, again, like, these words are starting to lose meaning, or like people aren't educated on the meaning behind a lot of these things that we're doing. And not just me and Carlos or you guys, just the entire scene in general.
Gotcha. It's like to not dilute it, you know, it's like you know, it's not about being snobby, but it's just like I think it's just, it should be differentiated. And to add on to that question, Myles, about like why, like, you know, maybe promoters sway away from like booking local artists. I mean, I haven't experienced that locally, thankfully, but I can imagine maybe that's like partly due because, like, what, you know, like a promoter, like they might just be like in it for like you know, like for capital reasons, you know what I mean? So they're just booking out of state names that will draw like the most crowd or bring in the most attention. And, you know, that's what, sometimes when that happens, you know, people tend to neglect, you know, local artists.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, I can totally see that. Yeah. But thankfully we have people like you.
Yeah.
Let's give it up. That's just bringing, you know, life to stuff, and you know, people are seeing new ways of doing things, and, you know, it's shedding light on these type of I don't even know what the hell I'm saying, but you know what I'm saying? It's just like, that's great that you guys are actually doing this type of work, man, because you know, I think, you know, it's just further going to expand the culture in, you know, the right way, you know what I'm saying? And that's what's up for sure, man.
That's courage there, man. That's courage. You guys are, you know, putting up your own money, and as you said, DIY, and just making it happen. Definitely appreciate that. Appreciate you guys doing that, because it reminds me of the, you know, back in the days when Myles and I were coming up, there were people like that putting on events back then and doing it themselves. And I'm not going to say it was easier back then. It probably was just on the same level. You know, get your own money up, work a job if you have to, take a credit, take some money from a loan shark. I
don't know about all that, but yeah, okay.
Some people did. I know they did. You know, and then they went on a run after.
Yeah.
And they didn't have any money, so that's the thing. But no, it's good. It's good to see this. That is refreshing. Very glad to, you know, meet you guys and learn a little bit more, because I didn't know. You know, I just, like, as you said, just what you were saying. Some promoters are booking certain names, but then I wouldn't know about more local promoters, because then myself probably to get booked, I'm going to be looking for, okay, these promoters or those promoters. But, you know, before I didn't consider the fact that, hey, actually play for somebody that you don't know that's more local. Maybe it's a smaller thing or something, just to because you can spread your name that way too, amongst other people that might never had a chance to see you play or hear you. You know, because at the end of the day, it's about the music.
Yeah.
If you're not doing this for the music, then why are you doing it?
Right.
That's what it comes down. Mike Banks always told me that, man, just make sure whatever you're doing is all about the music, then it always works out. You know, and that's exactly what it look like you guys are doing. It's just
for sure, man.
Having fun.
Hell yeah. Thank you.
For sure. So all right. So yeah. What do you guys got coming up? We'll start with Carlos. What's going on in your neck of the woods? What's happening?
Well, just right now, just like some planning with something we might do in August, late August, maybe the beginning of the month after. But that's where I'm at right now. Still working things. But it's rolling. You know, we're pushing the culture, pushing the sound, and giving people experiences and whatnot. Just yeah.
All right. That's all right. And
shit. What have we got going? Well, October 11th, we're bringing out Myles. You know, Los Angeles Grammy Warehouse shit. Besides that, just trying to take everything to the next level as far as more professional and more seriously, and to start releasing music myself and with my friends too. So it's
okay.
Trying to take the next natural steps in the musical evolution.
Yeah, that's dope, man.
Hey man, you know what else, Destroy? Earlier we were talking about how I said you reminded me of my friend Chancellor in Kalamazoo, Chance. But
yeah.
I also noticed you got a little bit of this iced tea.
Oh yeah,
a little bit.
Nice.
Like I can see a little bit of iced tea. You know, maybe from the TV show. Or
right there, where he kind of turned to the side with the glasses.
Yeah,
yeah. All right. Word. That's what I'm saying, man. That's what's up.
Hell yeah. That's funny.
That's
comedy. I'm gonna have to look up Chance and compare Chance, Ice-T, and myself and see how close the resemblance is.
That's the next flyer, bro.
Yeah. There you go. Morph the three together and it's just my weird face. Hell yeah. I'm down.
Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. So, but yeah, if anybody's watching the show, like if you guys are in any of these cities, please make sure you go check these two crews out. You won't be disappointed. And top-notch productions. You'll have fun. The music is going to be on point. Just everything is dope. These guys put on dope events. So if you're in Minneapolis or if you're in LA, please go check them out. In the description of this video, there are links to both of their, I think Instagram. I think I did Instagram. And you guys also have SoundCloud that you do have podcasts too. So I did see that, and that's linked in there too. So go check these people out. So
sweet.
On that note, we'd like to thank our guests, Carlos and Anthony, 612 Underground and Destroy Planet Earth. Thank you for joining us today. Thank you. We'll do one more because that's the thing.
Thank you so much for having us out, Myles and D-KNOX. It's been a pleasure, just talking about, the culture and like the parallels between like even back then, you know what I mean? Like this is nothing new that we're doing, it's just like, it's a calling really, it's a calling to the music and just, pushing it forward. It's,
Yeah. Yeah. So, like I said, guys, take notice of this, man. Get inspired. Start your own community. Start your own scene. Right. It can be done. You don't have to go somewhere else to do something. You can do it in your own backyard with the right support.
Exactly.
the thing and all that, it can happen. These two people right here are great examples of what they've done and what they're continuing doing and what they have accomplished so far. And you can do that too. Lacey Vickers, I'm not sure who that
My
is.
wife.
Oh, that's your
That's
wife.
Yeah.
Hey.
What's up, baby?
That's great. Thank you for joining us. She's like on the low. Hurry up, get done.
Nah. She's supportive. She loves it all. She's enjoying it.
Earlier. Yeah, man. That's what's up, man. All right. Thank you for joining us. Yeah. You guys and D, stay on for a second. But we'll get back to you. Have fun. Have a great Sunday, whatever you're gonna do. And thank you, because you guys don't know this. He actually took the day off of work to join because it's so early. So I'm grateful.
Oh, word.
Yeah, that's dope.
Man.
It was nothing. This is almost as important, if not more, than work. I'm good.
That's good.
Oh,
That's
man.
dope, man. That's
Don't let them see. Don't let them see the video.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nah, this is,
He wasn't really sick. He was online.
Yeah.
Oh, see, now she's laughing at you.
Yeah.
All right, gentlemen. I will see you guys later. I will definitely see you in October. And
see you in October, sir.
You shortly.
I followed you both on Instagram, so I expect to see great things.
Yes. All right, brother. You take care of yourself. All right, D, what's good, man? It was a good little show, a little informative, and people
very informative, man. Because I wouldn't have known, as I was telling them earlier. I'm, me in my own little world. I'm focusing on such promoters trying to play in certain places and not just realizing, hey, there's other places you can play, other people you can play for.
Mm-hmm.
Just people you didn't even know, and that's another way of getting your name out there.
Yeah, it is. It is for sure.
Because it was one of those things where about 2 or 3 years ago, like pretty much after the pandemic, or whatever we want to call it, I started noticing that some people were going clubbing online.
Mm-hmm.
And I started finding these websites where people don't leave the house. They just put the glasses on and they actually go to the club in the glasses, and people are DJing from their homes, like connected online.
Mm-hmm.
And I said that was one of the things I never had thought about, didn't even consider. They just didn't know. So this is like another thing, discovering this. Okay, there's some people doing local stuff. That's really nice. It was good to meet them. They're young, so they're probably going to be in it for a while, and then other people are going to emulate them and spread off, and hopefully keep the same spirit as these two guys doing it.
Yeah,
making music.
Yeah, it was dope, man. Like I said, like I was saying earlier about the whole connection and them minorities and people are doing something. You don't see that much, but especially in this scene. So that was what's up, though. I like that. And I do know they said they have been talking kind of behind the scenes, so maybe one day it'll be a cross.
Oh, I'm sure they're gonna do something.
Cross, yeah, it only makes sense, man.
They're gonna do something together because, in fact, if they had booked someone from Europe, then it's very easy for them to do flight shares and all that stuff. Someone comes over, we'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
While somebody's in office, if it's going to be easier for some people from Europe to come.
Yeah.
There play.
We'll see. It's a lot of stuff, but that's another podcast.
I'm not saying nothing.
All right, we might not be here next week.
He's our president. That's all I say. He's our president.
Yes, that's it, man. That's it. So, boom. If you like what you see, if you don't like what you see, email us. Suggestions, comments, concerns, right there. Email us, mslive@d-knox@gmail.com.
But keep your comments respectful, please.
Yeah, I think most people do.
Just remember, we're not scaredy cats. So keep your comments respectful.
Yeah.
We're not like scared guys. You know what I mean? So
with that being said, follow us on Instagram.
Yeah. Follow us there.
This is the new MS Live Instagram account. So www.instagram.com. Or if you're on Instagram, it's at MS Live for D-KNOX. We are there. We usually pictures or whatever, so of previous episodes, upcoming episodes, little things we want to do, it's there. But that's us on Instagram. And like I said before, if you hate our faces, if you don't want to see us, you just want to listen, we are also available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and Amazon Music. I listen to podcasts every day at work. I can't watch them, but I can listen. So it's there. We are there. There's 4 choices. You can't go wrong on any of these. We're there. Check us out. All the episodes are there. This one will be up there later today at some point, but we're there. And that being said, if you do like what you see, and I did it again, I always do it. I'm going to let it scroll for a second. I'm going to change it though. Pow. Ooh, and that's to follow us on Instagram. Damn it, D. Like, share, and subscribe to the channel. We're currently at, we're almost at 500. We're like 10 off or 9 off. So not as quick as I would like it, but we're there and we're growing. So that shows that people are kind of paying attention, and we thank you for your support. Yeah, like, share, subscribe, tell your friends, tell your family. Watch the show. If you're not watching, just watch it anyway.
Yeah.
You know,
listen, do something, guys. Come on.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. And what's the last one? Oh, we do DJ. He does live performances. I'm not to that point yet. I could, but I don't. But if you want to book us, please send us inquiries. Myself, Myles Sergé, contact position2bookings@gmail.com. That's position2, POS2 bookings@gmail.com. If you want Mr. Donnell Knox, D-KNOX, Sonic Mind Warrior, that guy, please contact booking@stellarbooking.com. Booking@stellarbooking.com. That's his agency. And if you don't know, D is also in Europe. He lives in Europe. I live in the States. He's in Europe. So our European clubs, promoters, and all that, get at him. You won't be disappointed. For sure. What else? Oh, last comment of the day. See y'all later. Love this episode.
Well, thank you very much.
Thank you. Longtime supporter, longtime friend. It's always been in my corner. Dino's corner too. Thank you for checking it out. Spread the word.
Jackie.
For sure, for sure, for sure. It's been great.
We owe you a dinner.
Yeah, we can do that. We can do the dinner.
Let's take her down to the Amish, the Essen House. We'll have some Amish food. That spot is nice.
Yeah, that's how I've never been to like Amish joint. I was just talking to somebody. I was just talking about just Amish stuff. Somebody was talking about chicken. Like I heard they got good fried chicken.
Oh, you won't, man. Trust me.
Yeah,
you'll love that place.
Yeah,
you'll love the whole experience. Like not just going to the restaurant, but the flea market's down the road if it's still there, and the little shops that they have there, because they have like this old candies from like the 1920s and 30s. And they got the bakery over there. They got them pies that weigh like 10 pounds.
Oh, that sounds good.
Yeah, it's good.
That's good.
It's definitely good. It's worth to go down there and just spend the day. Because first, what I usually do, I go walk around the flea market and just like build up an appetite, and then go eat after, and then leave with the pie and go home. And sometimes I can't even wait till I get home. My hands already up in there like that. So
yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah. So Jackie, we got you. Next time, it's on us.
Amish chicken and pies, baby. It's happening. It's happening. So yeah, I had something else to say. I know I'm missing something. I don't know. I'm just kind of like talking. I don't know, but I don't know. Well, people, thank you for tuning in. We're grateful that you follow us. Be sure to check out next week's show. It should be great.
Mm-hmm.
We'll post that probably soon, later today. You can see. Thank you for all the guests that took the time out to rock with us over the last 14 episodes.
Oh yes.
Yeah, that's a lot. We thank you. Next month is gonna be great. And I think October is gonna be off the chain. So just stay tuned, y'all. We got a lot of things coming, and it's happening. And we thank you. Until then, see you next week. Peace.